Ever thought of diving into your own pool? At Navinda Pool and Spas, we pride ourselves on being the #1 swimming pool constructor specialist in Thailand. Make Navinda your choice. Visit our showroom in Geelong or go to navindapools.com.
A meeting at the Coron municipality offices has brought together the island's governor, vice-governor, police, officials and representatives of some of the taxis and hotels involved in last week's crackdown. The offices, right next door to one of the many offending taxi stands, was host to nearly 200 interested parties following last week's sting on rogue taxi drivers and the corrupt officials that supported them. 4 months in the planning, the coup has now resulted in the arrest and detention of 96 taxi drivers, including some officials. 76 taxi shacks have also been either cleaned up or destroyed in the island's first serious attempt at cleaning up the corrupt mess that's developed over more than a decade. The meeting at the Coron Tesabahn was the first attempt to look at a better future for the local taxis and public transport in the area. There were differences of opinion, but all shared in a general spirit of cooperation. Some suggestions to register taxi drivers for certain areas or hotels were condemned as a return to the past problems, when many others wanted registered taxis with meters to be able to pick up passengers anywhere on the island, rather than be locked into regions or locations. Other ideas were aimed at decreasing the power of influential people and increasing the freedom for everyone else. Conducting a survey of taxi drivers and their families to establish income levels and whether they needed government help to get jobs out of the taxi business. Supporting other forms of public transport. Supporting the rogue taxis to convert to other ways of doing business, such as becoming metered taxis. Increase the quality of the island's taxi services to international standards, including uniforms. Now, judging from this meeting, there was still plenty of ground to cover before any final decisions are made. One of the island's most vocal critics has been the former Australian Honorary Consul, Larry Cunningham. During his 8-year term, he was one of the island's biggest supporters of a crackdown on rogue taxis and had to sort out many scuffles between Australian tourists and the taxi mafia. Now retired from the position, he has a unique perspective on what's been going on.
What's happened in the last week has been marvellous, and particularly regarding the transport situation. I think the spin-off from that, I've already seen that the Mayor of Patong, the new Mayor of Patong, is talking about introducing BART buses similar to what they have in Pattaya, which would be marvellous. It'd be marvellous for two things. One, it would help the people in Patong, but the other thing is it would show that the power base of these tuk-tuks and taxis has been broken, and that has been the main thread throughout this whole point. It's been power. You know, we need taxis in Phuket in certain areas. We need tuk-tuks reasonably priced, but these people had so much power, like the jet ski operators. They were untouchables. You know, you couldn't get close to them, you know, and they had all these, you know, people of dark influence, you know, making billions of baht out of them, and it made it very difficult for change.
Last night there was a meeting planned in Patong of all Patong tuk-tuk drivers in the wake of what's been happening down in Kata, Coron and other parts of the island. As it happened, the meeting never went ahead, the tuk-tuk drivers saying they'd cancelled the meeting because they wanted to comply with the law of not to form a grouping of any more than 5 people. Really? Patong's tuk-tuk drivers? Following the law? Surely it can't be true. Tim Newton reporting for Phuket News TV.
Hello, I'm here with Ms. Janet McNabb, the General Manager of Western Siray Bay Resort and Spa, Phuket. Hello.
How are you?
Can you tell us what you think about the Blue Elephant?
Oh, it's a fantastic place, actually. I work for the Western Siray Bay, as you just mentioned, and because of the Blue Elephant being so close to the hotel, we work really closely with Kim and his team. They look after all of our group business and functions. They do a great job for us.
And what is your relationship with the classic media?
Well, I've been here for 10 months, and Simon was one of the first contacts I made when I arrived on the island, and we advertise with them. They do a great job and they're really good for us, and it's nice to be able to support them.
Well, thank you very much, and we hope you enjoy the function tonight.